I was, I don't know, I think the first film I saw, I was nearly, I don't know, 14 or 15. It was The Brood. And I was blown away by that. I didn't know what the hell was going on. And fortunately, it's still like that with your films. They challenge me and they make me think of the human condition in a new and exciting way. They are always interesting. They're never dull, and you're just one of those filmmakers that's constantly stimulating. I always look forward to the work. Cronenberg has been making films since the 60s, starting with experimental horror shorts, existential horror shorts, From the Drain, and Stereo, Transfer.
Yeah, Stereo, I think, was my first feature. In those days, a feature film would be, a film festival would accept your film as a feature if it was over 60 minutes. So Stereo and Crimes of the Future were both 63 minutes long, to make sure that they qualified. And to my surprise, these films that were made really very handmade. It was basically me shooting with my friends as actors. They were accepted as feature films in the Edinburgh Film Festival and the Adelaide and Auckland Film Festivals in Australia and New Zealand. And so that was very early on. I had a strangely international career in terms of film festivals, not certainly in terms of film distribution, but and so even then, film festivals were an important way that you could have unusual, difficult films that would never get a commercial film release seen. And that's happening today. I think there's almost I think that the world has about 600 film festivals now. And that is a kind of strange distribution system for films that you might never see except at those festivals and maybe on YouTube eventually, and will never appear in a cinema because the cost of releasing a film like that are too high. And even my last film, Maps of the Stars, which had some recognizable Hollywood names in it, basically is a digital distribution. I mean, it's been seen in some theaters, but mainly it ended up being seen mainly digitally. And I think that's really, there's been a big schizophrenia with big Hollywood movies that cost $200 million, and they own the theaters, and then you get a whole level of other films that are just never get to the cinema. I think that's where things are going these days.